Hello, my brothers and sisters. I'm sending you all a plethora of love, happiness, and an infinite amount of compassion. I wanted to talk to you all about how we always, quote unquote, wait for the right time. That, we will practice to be better people when we get older, or, that if you're religious, that we'll practice when we get older, or if there's something that you want to better yourself on, you say you'll put it off to the next day. But death doesn't wait for when it's quote unquote right, or it has no time frame. As I guess as hard as it can be to talk about, we don't like talking about real things. We don't like being real with one another. We could all die tomorrow. I could die after this video. Um, there are catastrophes and deaths that are unprecedented, that can happen out of nowhere at as fast as a flash of lightning. And that's why we need to start bettering ourselves now and start working towards a more unified humanity, a more unified nation. All we think about is ourselves. We don't think about what other people are going through, what hardships they have. We all think that our hardships are the worst, and that nobody else understands, that nobody else can top our negativity, or that nobody else can, that was wrong terminology, but that nobody else can top what has happened to us, that nobody else can even fathom what we have gone through. But that's not the case. Anybody's pain and anybody's suffering is the worst as the next person's suffering. All of our suffering cannot be measured in levels or put on pedestals. Everybody's suffering sucks. And we need to realize that, so that way we can start generating more generosity, more compassion, more altruism for our brothers and sisters. Somebody could be smiling and you don't know if they're smiling because they're happy or if they're smiling because they're masking something. So always be kind and generous to somebody. One candle can light 1,000,000,000, but it takes someone to start it. We think that being tough and hiding our emotions is being a quote-unquote man, or being vigilant, but it's not. Sharing with people is strength. Talking with people is strength, and being real with people is strength. In today's society, we think that, the majority is rap, drugs, and murder, and sex. And that's what's cool, and that's what's hardcore, but it's not. It's not okay at all. It's not something that you want to look up to. We idolize the people that talk about that, and I myself used to listen to that kind of music and, look up to those kind of things. I myself wanted to be one of those people. But then I really realized that it just created more suffering, trying to reach for something that, one, actually generates no happiness, and two, you're not actually benefiting people. You're having people idolize you for something that's not real. We need to really look at how the world around us is living and see that we need to unite as brothers and sisters, as humans as a whole, versus having so many separate borders. If you look at Mother Earth from space, there's no borders, there's just one planet. And we need to start taking into account that we need to, as cliche, and not cliche, but as, I guess, as old as the saying is, it holds a lot of truth. That if you really want to understand something, put yourself into their shoes, into somebody else's shoes. If you wouldn't want to be punched in the face, don't punch somebody in the face. If you wouldn't want to be killed, shot, stabbed, don't do that. If you wouldn't want to have stuff stolen from you, don't do that. If you wouldn't want your kids to be homeless, help other people's kids not be homeless. If you yourself don't want to be cold, help other people not be cold. It's really as simple as that. We need to ask ourselves, would we like that to be done to us? And then apply that to the situation that is going on. Right now, we just are blindly going through life. We're not enjoying the beauty that can be seen in this present moment right here and now. We think, a lot of people say that, I didn't ask to be born here, I didn't ask to be alive. But this life is so precious. It's very, very, it's very special. And we need to utilize the gift that we've been given to be kind, to be loving, to be generous, instead of being selfish, egocentric, and narcissistic. We can truly make a beautiful world that we can all live in harmony and peace. But we need to first look at the evil in our hearts and start working on our own problems that we don't ever want to face. We must look at ourselves and truly look at the negativity within us in order to cultivate a more genuine relationship with those around us, instead of just ignoring it. We all have kindness and love and compassion within us, but we have to not egocentrically love ourselves, but love ourselves as human beings and see that within everybody. So may we, as brothers and sisters, begin generating more understanding, more love, and more compassion, and recognizing the interdependent nature that we are all in this together, that all phenomena arises from causes, that all phenomena arises from causes and effects. We need to let go of this endless strive for material gain and be appreciative of every little thing that we have, for there are those who have nothing and still find the reason to smile. I love you all, my brothers and sisters, and may we all make this world a more unified nation and a more harmonious home, so that way we may all live in peace, so that way we may all smile and laugh together. There are no borders. There's just one human family.